So you've looked at a bunch of houses and you finally found one that you want to offer on. What's next? I'm Alana Anderson with Royal LePage Atlantic. I cover northern Nova Scotia and beyond. And today I'm going to talk to you about writing an offer. So, what I will need from you when you are ready to write an offer is your full legal name, anyone on the offer, address, email, and phone number. Um, and then we're going to decide what your offer price is, and I can help you with that strategy depending on the property. Your preferred closing date. Again, I can help you with strategy and we can find out what works best for the seller as well. Your deposit amount, and we can talk about that together, and your conditions. So, step two, we're going to talk about the conditions. This is your protection. The most common conditions are reviewing the property disclosure statement. This is a form where the seller fills out everything they know about the property, getting a home inspection done, septic inspection, if applicable, water testing, if applicable, getting financing approval. This means your lender says, yep, you can for sure get a mortgage on this property, and getting insurance in place. So, insurance set for the closing date. Um, most standard residential sale homes insurance isn't a problem, but sometimes if you come across things like aluminum wiring or something with knob and tube knob and tube wiring, you might have a hard time getting insurance, and that can be a deal breaker because then you can't get a mortgage. So during we usually allow 2 weeks to complete the conditions. The property is marked as pending and your offer cannot be bumped. So you have time to do your due diligence. Step three is a deposit. So you'll also need to provide a deposit within a predetermined time frame. And I usually put the same 2 week window on the deposit for my clients. It's just a show of good faith that you're serious about buying the home, you have money, it's held in trust by the listing brokerage, and it will go towards your purchase. So it can be used towards closing costs, things like that. If you decide during your condition period that the home is not right for you, you can walk away and you will get your deposit back. Or if you haven't paid it yet, you just don't pay it. And the only cost you'll be out is the home inspection cost. Um, Step four is the FinTrack paperwork. This is something that I have to do for every single transaction. It's called FinTrack, FINTRAC. I can't think of what it stands for right now, but it is required by the government for all real estate transactions in Canada. Um, I just verify your identification, your photo ID. I have to record details like your current occupation, and it is for anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism purposes. Just part of it. Step five is the inspection and negotiation. So when we get into inspections, there are things that probably will come up, and it's totally normal, especially on a non-brand new home, even brand new homes. Um, so we handle everything case by case. Some things we might do is ask the sellers to fix something. Might negotiate the price down and then the buyers would fix it. We might split the cost. Um, or we might take it the way it is, or we might just walk away. We might say, no way, we're not buying this. So you and I will talk about the best steps for that. We want to be practical in knowing, what is the age of the home, what is the price we're paying, but we also want to make sure that you are protected, that your money is protected. So then we go on to step six, waiver of conditions. This is important. Once you're happy and everything is checked out, like our mortgage is in place, we're done our home inspection, and we've negotiated if we needed to, we would submit a form called a waiver of conditions. This is the point of no return. So the home officially is sold. Um, on the MLS, it will go from showing as pending to sold. And if you were to back out after this time, you would lose your deposit and you could be sued for damages by the sellers. So this has never happened in my career, knock on wood. But it's important to understand the implications, and I always make sure that my clients know where they're at in each step so that they know like you're happy, you're ready to move on, and they are. So step number 7 is to prepare for closing. So after that, things are pretty calm. Sometimes I have people, my clients are messaging me like, what do I need to be doing right now? And there's really not that much. You've done most of the paperwork. So you can set up your utilities like Nova Scotia Power for the closing date. You can make sure your insurance is in place and plan your move. One thing I tell my clients is don't plan to move in on the closing date though, because we have to do step number 8, which is the final walkthrough. So on closing date, usually in the morning, like 8 or 9 a.m., we will meet at the property for a final walkthrough. And during this, we're just going to check that the home is in the same condition that it was on the home inspection day, that nothing is broken, that if appliances were included, they're still there, and that it's in broom swept condition. There's no trash laying around. So if there is an issue, we resolve it, usually through the lawyers. And then once everything is resolved, we let the lawyers know that we're satisfied and that they can release the funds. Your lawyers can release the funds to the seller's lawyer. Um, Once the seller's lawyer confirms that they received the money, that is when we are officially closed and the keys are released to you. Um, it can happen as quick as an hour after we email the lawyer, or it can be 4:59 p.m., which has happened to me in buying a home 2 times. It is stressful. So then I give you the keys, and the house is all yours. So my goal is to make sure that you understand every step of the process as it's happening. I know in the beginning I will explain to you and it can go over your head. It's a lot, but I will explain each step of the way, timelines, deadlines, everything so that nothing feels overwhelming because home buying should be exciting and not stressful.